In another edition of Don't Follow Men Anywhere. They're overconfident, don't know what they're doing, and they think they're God. Oh my God, this dude is so much worse than Yo, I've done so many videos on this dude. He is so much worse. This thing just came out on Netflix, and he seriously thinks he's God. There's so much I have to say about this. Even literally one of his former employees said that he thought of Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos as having like big D energy. Okay? And this is why men in leadership tend to be awful. Right? They just want to be the king, baby. King of the world. Lead everyone to death. This guy was sure. He was sure. He was so confident. Please. This is like this is the best example of what I'm telling you. Don't follow men anywhere. They don't know what they're doing, but they're so sure they do. And she says it right out. He referred to those guys as big swinging necks. This guy who's so famous, who's like a villain and everybody hates. Because, he did the whole Mars colonization idea. It's like, can we just stop colonizing stuff? No, this is such a colonizer mindset. No, and also, going down just leave those people alone. Like, this is totally in line with what white people have been doing in the U.S. since we arrived. That's literally just go, ruin sacred places, including cemeteries, make money and do what we want and just knock off all over him. She said he wanted to be Jeff Bezos. Imagine wanting to be this guy. I know a lot of men want to be this guy, but I hope y'all stop wanting to be this guy. We hate this guy. And if you like this guy, there's something wrong with you and you probably need to deconstruct patriarchy more. This man is responsible for the death of so many people with all that he's doing. Yeah, he wanted to be him or Elon Musk. I love she was like sighing. She's like, yeah, he likes to refer to them as big fucking dick. And he loved that term. He used it all the time. Sounds really appropriate. Sounds like a really safe work environment. The funny thing is he wanted to be famous so bad, and now he is. Oh, he's famous, all right. Way to leave a legacy, bro. You're like the most made fun of man of 2023. And now, again, other than like Elon. And he wanted Oceangate to be different than all the other dumb sub things, because he's using carbon fiber. And I swear to God, the more I learn about cults, and especially this book, Uncultured, if you haven't read it, it's amazing. I had her on one of my lives on Patreon, which is what pays the bills these days, by the way. When you start to understand that so many things this is behind, the thinking is behind, this documentary on Netflix, they even say it wasn't the stuff that happened, it was the culture itself that was more or less cult-like. So if you don't follow her, this knitting cult lady, or Daniela, and her and White Woman Whisper, who you should also be following, are writing a book about the cult of white supremacy culture, basically. And I can't wait to read it, because once you start to understand how so many of these leaders and so many things operate in this just blind loyalty to psychopaths, and then we all fall in line. Now, before I actually go into the documentary, I want to remind you that I did not see this brought up in the documentary, but it has been reported in more than one news source that the actual goal of all of this Titanic obsession was to get deep sea oil and mining company contracts. That's what it was, all about money. All about money and ego and him being different and having big D energy. God, that was this. He was going to use tourists to prove to the government that it's safe to use his dumb thing that was so not safe. He wanted to break into multi-billion-dollar industries, and all for oil and gas. So fork this guy in every way possible. And this guy who also thinks he can they all just think they are God. And then as they get older, they're like, wait, I might die one day. What can I do? I can take my son's blood. I can colonize Mars. I can colonize the ocean, because he was talking about that, having little floatable cities down there. And it's all because they hate themselves. Their daddy probably hated them. I mean, maybe their mom hated them, but when dad hates them, oh, that hurts, because what the opinion of Big Daddy, especially rich white men, if his dad, everything they do is to impress men. So this kid's gonna be so messed up. Oh my God. They all have a death wish, and at the same time keep trying to outrun death, because they want to be important. They want a legacy, which is why they try to get you pregnant They have a little legacy without having to parent. They can brag and make more money, whatever. But let's go back to some really telling points in this. I just took like 1,000 photos watching this documentary. It is everything that I was assuming about this man, but worse. How could I have underestimated just what a narcissistic psychopath this man is? I'm probably not using those terms correctly, but I'm telling you, all these billionaires, they are so sick and twisted in the head, and we're all going to die because they hate themselves. And I also want to mention one of my mutuals, please leave a message. I'm going to tag her. I watched her video yesterday, and I was like, that is what it is. With this kind of thinking, which the billionaires are the worst at it, but in this like white supremacy, capitalist, patriarchy culture, in this hierarchy is like, who's trying to be the favorite child of the make-believe sky daddy? I swear that's what so much of it comes down to. I got to be better than somebody else so that I'm the favorite child of some god that some dude made up. Not saying God doesn't exist, just saying religion is what has been pushed this narrative. Like some of his former employees saying, this man just wanted so badly to be different, to be important, to have a legacy. And he worshipped Elon and Jeff. Like they've already got space covered, right? And this guy wanted to be an astronaut, but I think he was like, crap, it's already saturated. I need to be different. I got the impression that he wanted to do things different, to be different. And even though anybody with enough money can build a sub and go to the Titanic, he wanted to be different. He wanted to do it differently. And what was his obsession? Using this carbon fiber crap. They even say towards the end that this man was so determined that he was right. He was so determined to be like the winner of this dumb idea that nothing would turn him back. Even literally that thing like almost exploding so many times. He was so committed to his lie. Now, I have been overly committed to a lie before, like when I dated that hobo Shag. Oh, he loves me. And I almost died being committed to that lie. But when these dudes are committed to a lie like this, the entire planet suffers. People die. And he admitted at this like Explorers Club thing that he really wanted to be an astronaut. And that's why, he got an engineering degree, watched Star Wars, Star Trek, all that stuff. Wanted to see aliens and stuff. And eventually I realized that all the cool stuff I thought was out there is actually underwater. So all you silly guys out there with the books, mine's bigger. Because the cool stuff, the really cool stuff, all the cool kids are in the ocean, not on a rocket to space. You see how we are literally living in Revenge of the Nerds? We have been for a while. He was trying to one-up these other billionaires by being different and special, by not only going to the Titanic, but being the guy doing it differently with this material or metal or whatever. That doesn't seem to make sense. It's not working. He keeps trying and it keeps not working, but he doesn't give up. And then he dies being fully committed to this lie. And, everybody's like, everything they say about this man, he literally sounds like a cult leader. That he was a great salesman. And then I think he realized that if he wants to do ocean stuff, that's what it seems based on what all these people said, that to get the money and the people interested, because he hired that videographer guy to make him basically go viral for his idea, to sell these ideas, to get more people into the fold of like Titanic submersibles. And what's the best known site? Titanic. Woo, that'll get him coming. That's literally he doesn't care about this Titanic. He's just like, oh, that's the most famous thing in the big water thing. So yeah, that's gonna get me the most click, the most attention. And the more attention I get for doing this, and the more people I put in danger trying to prove I can do it, the more likely I'm gonna get those oil contracts. And then you will never convince me that this was all not so that he could be like the biggest billionaire, right? Because we know Elon and Bezos and what's his butt, I think he was like, this will make me win. And Jesse Armstrong has a new movie on Netflix about 4 billionaires who meet up, and it's really funny and it's actually terrifying because that is exactly how I see these men talking to each other. They literally just want who is the biggest D. Who's got the biggest D? Who is king of the world? Like, they're all friends. But at the end of the day, only one of them can be king. And all those other silly little submarines that go into the Titanic, fork those. They're made of steel, titanium, got all that stuff. No, mine's going to be carbon fiber. The first time that's a design like this, or the hull is made of carbon fiber to go this deep. I'm special, daddy. I'm special, God daddy. Or real daddy who's dead. I don't know if he's dead. I don't care. Yo, I have so much more to say about this, and I already did. And the microphone was not working, so I just lost most of this video. So I'll do a deeper dive if you want. Please let me know, because I have all these photos and I have so much to say, but I have to. I can't use my voice more than I have today, so I will try again tomorrow or whatever. Do you want the deeper dive? Because this band, this thing perfectly lines up so many things I'm talking about. His hubris and like this god complex, this cult. Like literally, he was trying to create a cult basically about this dumb sub. So let me know if you want that. I'm sorry I have to end this abruptly, but I just, when editing, realized it's all gone except for the first 10 minutes. So thanks for understanding. Thanks for being here. Let me know if you heard the comments on. Please follow my Patreon. I'm going to be in the U.S. for a month this summer. It's coming up soon. And I'll be sharing over there mostly because it's my personal life. But, you know, I'll do some stuff here too as much as I can. But I also I haven't seen my family or my mom and many people back home in 4 years. I haven't been home in 4 years. So anyway, let me know what you're thinking. Please let me know if you want the follow-up to this, because it's a lot of work to do reviews of shows and stuff like that. It's like way more hours of work, but this is my wheelhouse. Also, I'm really hot. It is so hot. We don't have air conditioning like most people in France, and it's like living in a cave when it's hot here. Anyway, let me know what y'all think. Like, comment, share, hit the sub button, notification, all that stuff. And thanks for being here. Going to America soon. You'll see me on Patreon. Going to America, it's so weird. They have a Jesus theme park, and also a place that births Couch Patch Kids with both the Couch Cats on bus and the Couch Patch Kids in the NICU. Like, seriously, what the hell and the other stuff? This is America. I'm going home soon to the crazy place called America. Follow me on Patreon while I show you my trip to America. Like this guy. This guy has a bookstore that he walks around totally naked except for a sock. I can't show it.